Alright, logging me back into the game. I don't know what the hell happened. I hit the Windows key and then all of a sudden the game was spread over all three of my uh, monitors. It wasn't the same image, it was actually different parts of the game.
Or some shit.
That I don't know.
Hey,
What's up, Diamond?
What's up, man?
I hope I fixed whatever it was by restarting the computer because that shit was weird.
It sure looked annoying.
But it wasn't just that spamming sevens. I tapped the Windows key and all of a sudden it linked all three of my monitors. The game was spread over three monitors instead of one. I don't know what the hell caused it.
It's awkward. Hi, Renee.
He said, "Who said that?" So I can say hi.
But I'm logging in on the war.
All right. Any luck with a monk friend or no?
Who, me?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
Grizz, any luck with your wife's monk friend?
He's typing to him. I don't know. Trying to find out.
Oh shit, I'm in Windows mode now too. Hang on. That's better. Yeah, so
You want to go? You want to start on the back wall or no?
Yeah, we can. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go AFK for a few minutes until get another body or two here.
Don't know what the hell happened, but I hope it doesn't happen again.
My wife is coming up with her own names for all these spots.
Can't wait to hear him.
Yeah, I was like, we're gonna be over on the backside on the wall, and she's like, over in the crack. I'm like, yes, the crack.
Oh, the group I was in yesterday called it the crack.
All right. Be back in a minute.
We're gonna name this Grizzle's Crack.
You'll see some people calling it Eastern, Western, and Oceanside for the portals.
Yeah, no, I still do that.
Yeah. I'm surprised it's lasting.
We also name little areas according to what our core group has done in the past. Like there's Jiff Rock up here and stuff like that. Monk Buddy used to try to make some of these mob hang or leaf. It was a rock he always ran to and half the time died on. So we renamed it Jiff Rock.
I'm gonna head up the switchback and wait up there.
Yeah, we're all up here.
All right, I'm on the way
Wait.
then.
All right.
What level are the DPSers, and what are they?
Unfortunately, there is two. There is you which is a warrior, which is not exactly DPS, and then there's Wiztard, who is a 15 wizard. So
Okay.
it's gonna be a little slow, but it's all good.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry about aggro all that much.
No, and then I'll be the. I don't know. You may take aggro off me, paladins fucking stuff for aggro, but
What
I
level are
will.
you?
17.
Yeah, better for you to tank then. I'll just lay off the skills and use my rock splitter. If I use the daggers, I get too much aggro. But I'll figure it out. You know, yesterday they had a 21 monk, like a 19 rogue. I held aggro for a little while. It was doable.
Yeah, yeah. I made a warrior as well. I was gonna switch just for that reason because I couldn't hold threat as well.
Yeah.
But then I'd made a whole thing about the paladin uh, class feedback and spent an hour writing it up. And then when I tried to post it, I guess
Yeah.
their little filter thing deleted my post.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the hell? I didn't even cuss in this thing." So,
When they first let us use paladins, I wrote up a whole thing, and then I switched to warrior when that dropped. So I haven't looked back since. I said warrior's my main. I just couldn't do one at first.
you like main tanking then?
Oh yeah.
Nice. Makes it easy to find groups for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I try. And before the paladin hit, I did dire lord, so I've been on three.
Yeah, same. I did a dire lord to 22, I think, and then I just haven't done a warrior up to past 20.
Are you on the left side right now?
Yep. Yeah, I left
All right. Yeah, and I said I've learned what pretty much everyone else did. Dire Lord is best at aggro. Paladin can draw multiples, and is best doing it. And the warrior just takes pure damage. So
Yeah, there's definitely something different about warriors' damage mitigation than paladin because I get chunked
yeah,
by these things sometimes, and warriors just seem like they don't really take big hits too often.
but I'm pretty sure that's going to be intended. It feels like that's what they want. Because
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, it's fine. I'm wondering if they just don't get critted on or something like that. You know what I mean? Because
I've seen crits. They do land. Yeah, I think they're going to make Paladin the like off tank specialty, picking up multiple ads. It's what it feels like. Dire Lord, I don't know what they plan for. Maybe to tank casters. That's where they shine better, because they can reflect the spells.
yeah, possibly.
And they're restricted to chain, which is stupid, but oh well.
Yeah, I was trying to think back to EverQuest. I can't remember if Shadow Knights were chain only or if they were allowed to
Oh
wear
no,
plate.
yeah, full plate, yeah. It's just like Shaman. Shaman could wear a chain, rogues or monks could wear leather. Here, monks are cloth and shaman are leather. Shaman used to be able to wear chain here, though.
Yeah, yeah, they changed a lot of that shit. I think they're screwing up a little bit. They keep listening to all these whiny crybabies talking about how shamans are overpowered and this, that, and the other. And I don't
Well,
think they are. I think the other classes just need to be brought up to their level. I don't think.
they're overpowered for solo and group play. They're balanced pretty good.
Well, I mean, to a point. Like they can solo. There's always going to be classes that can
Yeah,
solo better than other, but they
yeah.
can solo. But it's not like they can just run through mobs. I mean, they
No, it
still,
takes them a while.
yeah, two or three mobs down, they're sitting and medding just like anything. And I mean, a warrior can do
Yeah,
that, or a wizard can do that. You know, they can solo probably two or three mobs
yeah.
before they have to sit there and med. So it's not really any different.
Now the best class to solo with, as far as speed, is monk.
100%. Yeah, they're probably the best soloing class,
Yeah,
actually.
shaman can just solo higher level mobs, but it takes them forever. The monk just tears through whatever they solo.
All right. Guess this is it. I don't see. anybody else on. Stogie was on, but he's in a group. So
Where's Mr. Wiz? Hang on. I don't want to show him online. Damn. Yeah, he's not online.
Go through. Let's see here.
Siege. No. Togarth is offline. Mystery might be too low. We haven't heard from her in a while. Yeah, I don't see anybody on that I normally group with. Unless you want to go out of group. You can pick up Hamster to pull.
I mean, if we got to pick people out of the group, we got to pick people out of the group.
yep,
Yeah.
is what it is. Who is it? I didn't even see him. I'm looking
Hamstar,
for group.
Hamstar, 15 month. I grouped it a few times.
Oh, there's two people right here. Hydrate and Bacon.
Bacon, yeah.
I like that name for Shaman. Hydrate.
Why do I not see them on the list?
Anonymous, maybe?
Oh, are you doing just who LFG? I do who all. I've got a macro set. He's an Avenir. I'll send him a tell.
Yep.
No, I see Hamster. I didn't see Hydrate on the list.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Hydrate's on it. He's up there. 13 Shaman.
Hydrate's higher than that. I thought. But yeah, he's not showing up on mine.
I'm just kind of wondering what he's doing up here. Buff stacking, maybe?
Oh, screenshot.
Yeah, 13. I thought it was higher than that. Oh, Bacon's like 19 or 20 now.
Only one man would dare give me the raspberries. Lone Star.
Yeah, I'll send Hamster a tell.
Sounds good.
Did you do a group invite to Stogie or no?
We asked him. I think he's in a group. So.
All right.
Alright, Dan. Yeah, once they open up fucking champions to come back in, hopefully we'll have a lot more people.
Not on this server, we won't.
Well, this is Avendir.
Yeah, they won't be on this server.
They have the... Well, the...
No, they've never been allowed on this server.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. Well, they'll have to do something.
I'll have to switch back to my 11 warrior. Hamster's on the way.
Yeah, I'm not switching back. I just see them dudes in game if this bitch ever launches, I guess.
I figured by the time they join, I should be pretty tired of that mad run. That's what I'm trying to get to right now.
Join the club.
Yeah, I wanted to go on a mad run, but all people want to do that are of that level want to do fucking Drakes. And
Oh, the level 24 ones?
yeah,
Yeah, above asps.
yeah, been doing those and got 26, but I like, all right, I want
Now what?
I want to
Yeah.
go get gear. It's like
Yeah,
need gear
100%.
now.
I want to get those 2 blue daggers. That might take a while.
Purple dildos.
Yeah, off the big spider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait till every rogue
Yeah, pretty much.
in that group has it before.
I'll just make a group that doesn't have a rogue. See?
I want to get the spears on my warrior.
It'll be all monks, no rogues.
I want them procs.
And let's do this.
Want to pull one just see how it goes.
Sure.
Go ahead and slow them. There's also an 18 month Benson. He was in the group yesterday. Yeah, what is he? 18 monk. SENSON. I'm smoking.
And smoke trick.
Smoke tricker
That's
on
the thing.
GPS.
All three of us are. Yeah, now I'm free. Smoked. They use that way too much. Two of us just smoked.
God damn it. My fucking focus runs out by the time.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys just hang out. I'll kill.
Alright, I'm free until now. Oh, no. Okay. Nope, now you're smoking.
Oh.
No, this is it.
My wife to get her ass up here and start swinging.
Oh, I forgot. One. Forgot radiate heat. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Here you go, buddy.
Ah, shit, I hit. Oh, I gotta remove that. Haunting habit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some DPS, guys.
Yeah, I'm asking Sensen to see if he wants to join. Hamster's on his way. I think he's still in AVP.
If I could get out of smoke trick for 5 seconds, you know, I could
Yeah.
try to help.
God, it's quit hitting taunt. Can't remove it till I'm out of combat either.
Should be doing a lot better once I hit 16 too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
how close are you?
Just over 8 bubs. Got a while.
I've got 3.5 levels.
Smoke trick, try to get him off of him.
Oh yeah, 22. I had to restart too, so. But yeah, finally got a group. We're in a guild group now.
There you go.
Alright, so don't pull quick blades. Got it.
May not have a choice. Hamstar is in Throne Fast now.
Okay.
He doesn't know where Fort is, so when he gets to the switchback, I'll go get him.
We should probably try to get a like 16, 17, 18
Yeah.
for that last slot. Let's see here. What do we got?
Or
Yeah,
24 would
I
be
tried to
good.
get Sensen, but he was already grouped.
Well, the good news is somebody is clearing the shit out of this place.
Yeah, it's gonna be Bacon's group, probably. I'm heading to pick him up, so I'll be right back.
We may want to go to the front because this whole fucking area back here is clear.
We can always try Black Moon too.
We could always try Black Moon. That's correct.
I'm guessing Black Moon's just gonna go away when the champions hit.
That's, I guess.
That means all the 22 plus will be merged into Avendir where they haven't been.
That means anybody that was on Avendir and Black Moon are going to be together, which will help.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to heal Hamstar like an asshole.
What an asshole.
Not quite here yet. Hamster has the worst luck trying to run to a camp. I've never seen anyone die more times just trying to get to a camp. Voltaire's a what? Channer, right?
Yeah, is he on?
No, but I just thought about him because he's idle. Did you say Stogie was coming or no?
Nah, he's in a group already.
Okay. Yeah, nobody I know is on. An 18 dire lord looking, not really DPS.
This point's better than nothing, I guess.
Have we tried OOC for DPS for Ford or no?
I haven't seen it. I'll call it. What level? 18 plus?
I mean, I would say 16 plus if possible.
Right.
17 plus would be great, but
Melee, caster, doesn't matter.
no, it doesn't
Prefer,
matter. You
There,
prefer
seems.
melee?
I prefer melee, but I mean, I'll take whatever at this point.
Melee's just better because they don't have to sit and rest. It's
Yeah, it's a little more.
constant, yeah. God damn it, hamster. See what I mean? He just died again.
How the fuck did he die?
He fell off the cliff. And I like how he pretends it doesn't always happen. I've grouped with them for 3 days in a row, and every time he's died like 3 or 4 times just getting to the camp. It's weird. I can't figure it out.
Skill issue, perhaps?
I don't know.
She's just gonna let you die.
You ain't got a choice. You ain't got so many heals.
What the fuck? Conductive theft.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but that doesn't explain. Whatever.
I think that's the one that reduces healing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What's the other one you got on you?
They're both conductive.
Oh, okay.
That's buff stacking. Mobs can do it, we can't.
Debuff stacking, yeah. Come on, hamster.
I don't know about this guy.
Once he's in the camp, he's okay. It's getting to the camp that he struggles.
Gotta check rolls.
So maybe he'll watch me this time instead of just going ahead. Now, as long as he doesn't get killed by a bear.
He's a 15 monk.
Yeah.
Hope he doesn't get killed by a bear.
Like I said, he's traveling to a camp, so it would not surprise me. Did you guys move?
We're at the front gate.
Front gate, yeah.
We fought here yesterday, and there seemed to be some kind of bug. When you pulled one, an invisible one showed up sometimes.
Yeah, there's some under the ground right here.
Okay. So it's not just me. I'm gonna switch to dagger and spear, more chances to hit
Yep.
after this.
What the fuck is going on with my mana? Ugh. I don't know why my mana's going so fucking slow. Is conductive theft not only for health, are they doing mana too? Do they like kill your mana regen?
I don't think so.
This is healing power.
Yeah, just healing power.
Because my mana is going stupid fucking slow right now. I've been sitting for over a minute, and it's not even a half.
Are you in combat?
Nope. Well, I mean, we're in combat, yeah, but still sitting down doesn't...
Going slower than normal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't ever play this guy, but this is fucking ridiculous.
And I can't help it. That Shaman I made is the highest caster I have ever done. So. Alright, let's switch weapons. Now let's go 2 daggers. Hopefully I won't pull aggro.
Stogie. In a few, not sure how long.
Alright, I'll stop looking then.
What do you say? He's coming.
That's what he said. In a few, not sure how long.
You want him to pull as the monk or not yet? Because he doesn't know the camp.
No, well,
Alright, I'll let him know.
just judging from the way he got
Yeah.
here.
Nope.
Not in a new camp anyway, yeah. But
Thanks though, dude.
last
Just
2 groups were
letting her get
spiders.
some mana, but
I grouped with him in spiders for a couple days, so he did okay. What's the plan if we get more than one, by the way?
You guys hold them off while I run.
Tag one, leash the others.
Yeah, okay.
He said he needed to go to the bathroom real quick. And he was good to go.
I should eat that, huh?
I mean, it helps. He said, I'm here in a static group as a replacement. Not sure how long they will need me.
I did too many attacks.
No, you're good. At least we kept the act.
But yeah, him not knowing the camp, it would be a mess if we did.
All right. Apparently, the person that he's replacing has logged in and is on their way. But he said, I just don't know how fast that is happening. So
What is that? Black iron plus Mad Run armor on the paladin?
Mad Run pants and black iron. Yeah.
Yeah, blood mail and cobalt actually.
Oh yeah, cobalt.
What drops the blood mail?
Lidar and Nidar.
Okay.
Or sorry, Nidar and Lydra.
And what drops cobalt?
Nothing.
So you gotta craft it. Okay.
You gotta craft it with cobalt that doesn't technically exist.
Yeah.
Well, it does exist. It's just no one knows where it is. We do. We know.
Which one's better? The Mad Run or the cobalt?
Oh, Mad Run.
Okay.
All day. It makes it look like a piece of shit.
I won't even worry about the cobalt then.
Yeah, no. It's such a tiny little upgrade for so. Black iron chest is 18. Cobalt is 20. And the blood mail from the blood mail chest is 28, and then has
Oh yeah. Okay, that's
shit.
a lot better.
a ton of stats on it too. So.
Yeah.
Hello, folks.
Who dat?
What up, man?
What's up, Stogie?
Sorry for the confusion. I got invited into this static group, knowing that if the person that I was replacing showed up, I'd be asked to leave. I just don't know exactly when that's happening. If you don't have room for me, I totally understand.
No, we saved your spot just for you. We had so many tells, all these people that were like, dude, we gotta get in that fucking group. And we were like,
Yeah.
nah, man, Stogie's coming.
As soon as I logged in, dude, they were like, quit wait list.
Yeah, I got
Yep.
so many people wanting to be on my stream to tell for nonstop.
So I'm here with hot bunnies and hot kittens.
Oh, the kittens, yeah.
They're at the river. Bacon is at the spot to the west of me, just on the inside of the gate. So I don't know where you guys are.
With the entrance.
Okay.
You on Black Moon or Avenue?
Well, if you guys are having such a
Take
hard
them on.
time, you're having a hard time finding mobs just because we're pulling them all.
Yeah.
The server went from empty to busy, and everybody's at fort now.
Still nobody looking for group though.
You gotta coerce people. There's a lot of people that
we
like
have
they
to?
do They want a group, but they just don't fucking say anything. It's weird.
Yeah,
True.
it is weird. And apparently everybody wants to hit Mad Run this weekend.
Yeah.
Yep. And I can tell you on Blood Moon, it's gonna be very packed. There's not gonna be anything for anybody on Blood Moon. Subterfuge is gonna take over the whole thing.
How many groups can it support?
2.
That's it? Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was bigger than that.
Not really. As far as like, especially camping the mobs, yeah, no. The only time that there may be an opportunity is if they're not actively sitting in 2 of the camps while they're trying to kill the world boss. By saying try, I mean while they're killing the world boss. It's not going to be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, they've already done it quite a few times already.
Cute. See if I can change permissions for you guys so you can invite people.
Can I get a purple name?
Purple what?
Purple name?
You want a purple name?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm VIP purple, so I like having a purple name.
Okay.
Don't have to, though.
I would have to create a special role
Yeah.
just for you,
You can make a streamer role, I guess.
and I'll call it Special. Or Little Bus. We'll call the title Little Bus. How's that?
I like the streamer role better. We got a few.
Okay, I'll put streamer in brackets.
Special streamer?
Special streamer.
Oh, okay. I didn't do anything.
It's good or bad, but I got a crit for 690 on the Wiz at level 19.
I mean, it seems like a good thing to me.
I don't know, maybe everybody else is hitting over 700 already. I have no clue.
I can tell you that we got you aggro in this group.
Bro, that irritates the fuck out of me. That Drake group is now going to Mad Run. I've been wanting to go to fucking Mad Run forever. That's annoying.
Are
You
they
guys are at the front
messaging you
gate?
trying to get it?
No, Tim sent me a text saying, hey, we're heading into Mad Run. It wasn't really an invite. I think he was just kind of like, hey, we're going in there. Good for you.
You guys are at the front gate of Fort
Yes,
Yep.
on Avendir?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
What happened to the pageant that used to spawn up here? Did they get rid of it?
No, it's just limited now. Very limited inside the fort.
Trying to do the etiquette thing and wait until my replacement gets here so I don't leave them in the lurch.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Just wish they would tell me when the hell he's freaking getting here.
Or you can just yell out face palm and then fucking leave group.
Alt F4. Oops. Lost connection.
We gotta be known for something.
All right.
I get it, this is a static group, but god damn they are loot whores. But then, funny enough, I was either Hot Kitten or Hot Buttons walked over to me and gave me like 5 weapons, you know, trash to sell.
Because their fucking bags are full.
Weapons or
Yeah.
shields?
Because they're looting all the shields, right?
Yeah, I would say weapons are trash here. It's the shield you want. They're just dumping off the spare to make room for shields.
Have you ever had Hamster in your chat?
No.
Hmm.
I think his excuse is his computer won't do it. He's getting a new computer, which is odd. I've never seen a computer that wouldn't do Discord.
Yeah, okay. I've heard that excuse before too. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, Never seen
It's
a
probably
computer
they're
that wouldn't.
11 years old and their parents won't let them use Discord.
But yeah, I've never seen so many excuses for people not using Discord as I have in Pantheon.
And you would think
Range.
these are the people that would understand where this is
Yeah.
the most important type of game to use it on.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
they
you
don't-
remember when TeamSpeak first came out for like
God.
EverQuest and shit? Oh,
Hell yeah.
I'm going to date myself, but we used Roger
You-
Wilco before
you-
that.
Yeah, I've used that.
You, you've been Pillow forever.
oh yeah, Vent. I forgot about Vent.
IRC.
IRC. God, we're fucking old.
Roger Wilco actually had mic clicks because they thought people would want to pretend to be on the CB radio.
What's your Victor, Victor?
Bricker 19, going for radio check.
I thought you were saying that they were your static group, Stogie. I was like, wow, we already.
Wow.
You
You
gotta
guys,
get-
you guys are my static group.
Mm.
This guy does not want to die, does he?
He said that with tears and not tears of joy.
Where's Wizard?
I haven't seen him in a couple days.
Just watched a mob walk across the river, under the bridge, walk through the ramp, and pop up on top of the bridge. Good grief.
Why are the kittens still at fort? Aren't they high enough now for like Madden?
19 and
Okay.
19.
Thought they were in the 20s by now. They could still be a mad run, but I guess they're farming shields.
I mean, as a group, they're not going to get into Mad Run itself. Maybe the outside
Yeah.
general area of AVP, but
And Trexit has showed up, so.
That's what I said. I thought they were in the 20s, but they're lower than I thought.
they would get eaten the fuck alive.
They do so many 24-hour streams, I thought they'd be way ahead of them.
24-hour streams.
Yeah, I think their highest is like 29 now. And they plan to do like a 36.
Wait, you mean hours?
Yeah.
Level 36, they ain't gonna get to 36.
No.
Who the hell would watch that?
They got viewers for that, but their viewers from other games, so it's already an established fan base, I guess.
Anybody know if the crack is safe to leave?
No idea. We're out the front entrance. You
Alright.
could just come out the front entrance.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, obviously avoid the monk standing there and maybe the mentalist. But
I think the side is the best way to leave. I can see a group fighting there, so.
You coming out of Grizzle Crack?
Or stuck and come
Yeah.
around.
Eh.
What do we got? We got two? Uh-oh. And quick play, perfect.
And I died.
oh, getting away from that motherfucker. Oh, there's a heavy on me.
Yeah, we got three then. Yeah.
Running it off.
He's running at Squish.
Yeah, me too. I'm running these
Okay.
fuckers off.
Alright, I'm running.
Be there in a couple, running.
Oh no, we got a bear. Hey, wait, I can't do that. Damn it.
He's still in
I'm
combat.
dead from dropping. Yeah.
I don't know how these fucking mobs are still coming after me.
They should have stopped before they got to the edge, but they kept coming. Xeris, Recruit, and a Diamond Fang Viper all hanging out
This shit's
together.
broken as fuck.
Where at?
Oh, they're right at the wall.
Are they not moving?
They're stuck on the wall. They're not moving.
Yeah, I'm dead. Where am I?
I'm just gonna log out.
And more release then. I'll come up.
Oh, you guys should have waited as soon as they passed back. They lost aggro.
No, it's as soon as I logged, that's why. They were running after me still towards the gate. I'm like, what the fuck? Alright, let me get back in here.
Who released? Why'd you guys release?
That was me. I thought everyone was logging to
Oh,
clear aggro.
this motherfucker is just right on top of me, seriously?
Let's go, buddy.
Small island near the capital
jump
city
first.
that had some tier 2 resources on it.
Nah, fuck that. Let's take him.
Yeah, someone had to have trained them there. That's the only reason they'd be there. But we got Stogie now, don't we?
Yep, running over there.
Yeah, Toby coming out of Grizzly Crack.
No, I died.
Yeah, I saw you hit glider and I was like, I can't do that. Just jumped to my death. He wasn't going to a camp, so he didn't die, see? That's when he dies, going to the camp. Yeah, but it's kind of buggy right now with pathing sometimes. If you pull a mob out of their original area, sometimes they won't go back. And it seems to be all the mobs, not just I'm dropping down there.
It's my shield.
No, sir.
Oh,
My shield.
I really
You gotta-
dropped down.
You got to be a faster loot whore.
I'll stand by with your wife as Diamond chews on the concrete over here.
You fucking die.
Yeah, I had less health than I realized. I normally could survive that fall. Thank you. Well, the Xeris and the Diamond Fang spawn close together. What was the other one? G'day Recruit. That one is odd.
What's that?
Although if they ran from the bandit camp, they could run straight to Xeris and the Diamond Fang, and then then train from there, so it's possible.
You in Navy Peace, Stogie?
I will be in about 1 minute. I forgot to rebind.
AFK for about 1 minute here. Be right back.
All right, go in the restroom then.
Allows members to create new roles and edit.
All right, I'm in AVP.
What?
I'm in AV. Excuse me. I'm in Throne Fast.
I was like, I know we're getting old and dementia's starting to kick in on some of us, but
Just me. Just me.
I wish that some of these roles, manage the roles, I wish there was more to this. So I don't want to give everybody fucking the ability to manage roles, but I would like people to be able to. I wish there was a default. Everyone, hold on, let me go into here. Expressions. Manage channels. So, operations.
That dude don't realize what's about to happen to him.
What, dude?
Guy just ran through our camp, level 15. He's like running along this fence line.
Was it a hamster? No, he's here.
Nah, not this time.
That sucks.
There's Stogie.
Oh, running up the switchback, or as I like to call it, the hairpin turns.
It's the same thing.
I don't know. I think I could drift around these turns.
What's the name of the road in California that looks like that?
Mulholland Drive.
Yeah, that's what we can call it.
I remember when what was it, the Mazda with the rotary engine looked like a wedge turbo first came out, the late 80s.
RX-8.
That was it. And my girlfriend had just gotten that car from her daddy. And I took that
Hey,
shit
daddy.
on Mulholland Drive and drove the fuck out of it.
We got a heavy coming in.
That's rude because I'm getting salsa. How am I supposed to get salsa? You guys are pulling mobs.
Well, it's pathing into us.
I found a new salsa made by a company called Mateo's. Fucking amazing.
You guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work.
You guys getting in on this Q&A session today?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be first in line.
Usually are.
Are they having a Q&A tonight?
Yeah. About, what, an hour and a half? Yeah, not about an hour.
They're not gonna take any hard questions because they're not gonna answer them.
Exactly.
Oh, we have a great question here from Steve. Steve wants to thank me for always, interacting with my emojis. Thanks, Steve. Next question.
They actually answered one of my questions, and it was a hard one back when they did stupid extraction shit.
Did they answer it or walk around it?
I can't remember. They did answer it.
I have a feeling this time it's going to be a mugshot of fucking me with a bunch of fucking buffs.
The question was, there have been multiple games that have tried what they're trying. They branch off into a completely different kind of game type. None of them have succeeded. Either the branch off failed or the original failed. What makes you think you'll succeed? They said you can't compare us. Basically, you can't compare.
So they ignored your question.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'm surprised they even read it. So.
Because they think by bringing it up, they're like, oh, it's a hard question, and then they just dance around it and they double speak and fucking just ignore it. Rude. I fucking hate them.
Because it's true, every game that tried to do what they do failed in one or both of them.
They're literally scared of transparency. It's hilarious.
Okay, I'm here. The fight can start now. What are we on, the monk?
Yep.
Hamster says it's something about his computer. I've never figured it out.
Can't you tell by the way his life's going down?
Yeah, super fast.
Alright, she's out of mana, so let's run.
We are running.
And fortunately, as it turns out, what they did failed.
Yeah,
So,
let's run.
as predicted, it failed.
Are you sure we can do this?
I might die on the jump again, but we'll see.
Hey, where'd you guys go? I was reading something.
We're running away as per usual.
Made the jump that time. But still in combat.
I was meting my mana back, so hopefully I'm not on the aggro list. I'll let you know when he returns.
They're camping. One's camping. One left, but the monk is still there.
Heavy is running back. He is just past our camp.
And he pooped. He might have warped to you.
Well, should we go do spiders that everyone can hit? Maybe? I don't know.
But what levels are we? I don't know. I mean, we're here. I would say stay here, and if we really
Everyone's level
that's-
15 and not going really well.
Yeah, it's not the ideal solid level for here. It's okay to have one or two, but
then neither is spiders. Because they're spiky damage, they're going to hit hard at low levels. I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Alright. Combat clear.
you tell me where to go. Rizzo, this is your show.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, you're welcome.
Hate when it looks like a ledge, but isn't.
I just feel like it might be a little better experience just because everybody can hit it and they do go down faster even though they do hit it harder.
That is true. They have less hit points.
Yeah, so I say let's do that.
And they don't smoke trick you every 3 seconds. And
Yeah, 100%. They just fucking kill me is all, which is
Had
good.
spiders in.
Yeah, see if Hamster can make it there alive.
I just came from over there.
well, are you bound over there?
No,
Sorry,
I
dude.
rebound over here.
Okay.
Oh, I am bound over there.
I guess we need to let them know, huh?
Yeah, since his computer can't run Discord.
Yeah.
If it can get on the internet, it can run Discord.
I mean, if everybody was 17 or so, it would be a different story. But
Well, here's the worst part. He's running on a Mac.
Oh my
What?
god.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why.
why?
I don't know. Gaming and Macs, never a good combo. But, yeah.
What is he, an
I do.
insane person? We need to find a new monk.
yeah, maybe Dre will log on here soon. Coy Leroy.
Normally, when people are talking about gaming and they mention Mac, I tune the rest out. So
I've never heard anybody mention it.
I do from time to time.
Alright, my game is fully bugged after that. I gotta restart.
All right.
Does he know that we mean spiders and AVP, or is he thinking the fucking ones below fort?
He should know spiders because we've been grouping there, what, 2 days ago? Or a couple days?
We will find out soon.
And yeah, he's ahead of me, so yeah, he knows. Surprised he hadn't died yet.
It's time.
I think maybe he tries to take shortcuts that he shouldn't.
That's my job. What's the next area that they're saying they're going to unlock for season 3?
Palantirs.
I thought that was season 4.
I thought that was the next one.
Oh, I don't know.
I haven't heard of any others.
It was my understanding that they're going to wipe us before they do Hallanders,
Hmm.
which I think isn't until season 4.
Chapter 2, you mean?
I'm fully okay with a wipe if they just come out with more content.
I think season 4 is chapter 2, season 1. Can't remember exactly how they structured it.
No idea. That's all that nerd shit I don't get into. I don't even know what half my spells do.
Kind of hard for me not to know. I only have 10.
Fair enough.
And binding here. And be right back.
Real good, dude.
Yep. You're afraid of a little experience, are you there, buddy?
I tried my best not to get any.
I noticed from all your tunes.
Alright, back. You guys over there are? Yeah. You are.
Damn it.
What happened to the stove?
He had to restart his computer.
He abandoned us. That went down much nicer.
I don't think I've seen any flax since season 2 started.
It's inside of the fort.
That might be why.
It's back by the tower and Follow that around the mountain's pit,
Yeah.
shit like that.
None in Mad Run?
Not that I've seen, no. Not to say it doesn't exist, but it probably can't grow in that environment.
True. Yeah. How far in did you guys go?
We're just right here on the wall.
Against the
I,
east wall.
I see you now. We usually camp over there by the werewolf.
There's a lot more single pools over here.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody here needs what the werewolf drops anyways. Hamster has all of it. I have got all of it, so.
I guess we could start and Stogie will join us whenever. We weren't ready for a spider, but that's cool.
I'll switch to the rock spider too, I guess. Is there nothing better than rock splitter in Mad Run?
For a two-hander, no.
No. Okay.
There are a bunch of one-handers.
Yeah.
The rare axe off of Nidar.
Just seems weird that the best two-hander comes from a level 15 mob.
Well, I guess the ancient claymore from the mountain is better. Or not ancient claymore, the heavy iron claymore.
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Yeah, it drops off the mountain. It's his rare drop.
Harvest drink.
Harvester on the babies.
Oh.
I don't know what the hell's going on here, but we've got like crazy wind going on at her house. Hang on just a second.
Hmm?
Now Wiz is on. Online, anyway. Don't know if he's in the game. If they plan to make ammo unlimited, why do we have an ammo slot?
You could add that to your question list.
Not something I'm worried about, but it just seems odd. They could you take that slot and turn it into a light slot, though.
I don't know. I think they should leave that as is. No, because you might want to put different types of ammo for your ranged, which I get, even if it's unlimited. Maybe there's different types.
We haven't mentioned types yet. They just said
Eh.
it would be unlimited.
And then I still think they should do like sockets and stuff like that for certain items. Maybe you can add certain things such as, light.
Yeah, Ranger won't be too far behind Summoner, so I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Sorry, running over there. I had to make a post.
Yes,
a different
that's
Discord
just it though,
about a
22. We
completely
don't know
different
if there's
topic.
going to be special ammo
Not
or
gaming.
not. As far as we know, there's just one type of ammo
Sex
so
toys?
far.
No, Bad Dragons. Oh wait, that's a sex toy.
Okay. Sounds like a sex toy. You said not about games, and then you said bad dragons. Well, I'm gonna go mildly AFK as well. Play with my dog while we wait to find out if his house blew away.
Doggy,
No. Grizz.
where's this going to, man?
No. Stuggy's on his way back. Grizz said he had to go
Grizz
AFK because he
actually
heard
is on the
wind and
highway.
No,
they say I
yeah.
have a tornado. Wait, Dennis, what are you doing? Such a good girl. On what side? Sit up front. See if my headset goes outside. Okay.
Well, we're still here at the moment. We may lose power here.
You got a tornado?
Dude, so I've got like this 30-foot flagpole in my front yard. And that
My man.
So I look out front side, and that motherfucker is like almost sideways, bent over.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then all this hail and shit started coming down. I mean, I knew there was a storm coming. I just didn't know it was going to be like that.
Glad you guys are okay.
Yeah, no, we're good. It seems like it's calming down a little bit, but that doesn't mean shit. It could start up again. One thing I know around here is as soon as it starts raining, about 10 cars hit the ditch automatically, so we may lose power because they'll probably hit a fucking pole or something. Nobody knows how to drive around here.
Texas?
Nah, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
So you back?
Yep.
I think Hamster might be it. No, he's back. Okay.
Sent you an invite, Stu.
Thank you.
I'm AFK. I'll be back in a minute.
Yep.
A lot of AFKs in this group. So yeah, today is the Q&A, and 25 minutes, I think. But I'll wait, and I'll play the recording of it tomorrow if it's ready.
I'm just letting him build up my wrath a little bit.
Run into the
Well,
bind
this-
stone. Rebind. Sorry. I'll be there in a minute.
Oh, you good, dude. No rush.
That way, if I want to pause it and make comments, I can. It's kind of hard to do that with the live version.
I'll be logging into that Q&A when it starts, so I'll still play, but I'm going to log in and listen. To all their bullshit pre-made questions.
They only do that so they can pick and choose.
Absolutely. Same with Joe Biden.
We got a pop here.
Coming.
It's a low level though. It's gray. Didn't even get experience. Oh, another group coming here.
What's that?
There's a group forming up to come out here. Pack.
You back, SWAT?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull.
Hamster too.
I was AFK.
I think he's back. I don't know.
He
Yeah.
said he was back.
But he hasn't moved since. So.
He said back.
All right. Bound at the stone and running over.
Oh, yep, he's here. He moved. Weird.
Rude.
Hard to group these guys up.
Yeah, they keep pulling.
I see the light of spell explosions off in the distance. Like a beacon to my wizard soul.
Register. Make sure we catch the ads.
Taking care of the little thingies. You beat me to it. I'm here. I'll be right back. I have to jump into this other wrong show Discord just to finalize some rules. I'll be back in like 5. But I'm here.
All right.
Yep. Got a lot of AFKs with this group. We don't have an enchantment.
Nope.
Just gotta heal through it then.
I'm assuming that's not Vault.
That's him.
Oh.
All
Mr.
right.
AFK.
3.
Oh, you and the Weaver?
Yes, sir.
No, I was just trying to make sure it was under control over there. All right.
Might as well skin these things, see if some dust pops up.
I would, but it takes me forever.
Yeah, takes me too, but fuck it.
I need to get some black iron tools. I'm still running on ashen. At least for skinning knife.
Nightingale pop behind us?
I was waiting on him. I didn't know where the Weaver came.
Listen, bro.
Stay on the Weaver. I was just getting aggro on the Nightingale.
Okay. Just try not to die. Definitely a better experience than the fort.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Just because it's faster kills.
Yep.
I can't make that pool. That's like 5 of them.
All right, 22. We'll see. Like I said, I'll play it tomorrow on stream. They should have it posted by then.
I guess I'm gonna hop over and listen to the bullshit Q&A real quick.
Yeah, all right. I guess I'll do it too.
I'm still full, of course.
I guess multiple are. I might as well then. The time. Yeah, just about. All right, let's see where they at. There they are.
Yeah, use it for alone time. Just put it on in the middle of the summer. All right, kids, time for alone time. We're gonna watch a Christmas Story.
I do that with Gone with the Wind. I'm a fan of Gone with the
Oh.
Wind. I put that on and all my kids disappear. And it's such a long movie.
Yeah. Good few hours of alone time.
Minus. Look what they're making you do. I miss him.
Yeah, get minus on cap. I'm sure he's ready to go too. Probably take like 2 seconds. He'd be like, "All right, I'm here. I'm good to go."
It hasn't started just yet. They got a few minutes.
We'll just have him guest hosting tonight.
Look like about 6 minutes.
Yeah, we should bring him in one day a month. Everyone wants that. I get DMs all the time talking about how much people miss Minus. Minus is always camera ready though.
He has a whole makeup and wardrobe crew that follow him around just for such occasions. Just snaps his fingers and they rush around him.
Has to be true. He's a beautiful man. No,
For bed.
Ronick Ronak rolls out of bed looking like that. He just he flops his hair back and he just looks amazing. It's Minus has a crew. Equally beautiful, just different.
Now we have Ben Dean and Savannah that are going to be talking. 139 watching right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's an assumption. I don't know what Ronak looks like when he rolls out of bed. Hey, Cody. His hair just always looks good, no matter what he's doing.
I guess we're leashing these.
Welcome, Miss Sarah.
Looks like they're not on me though, so that's good.
Who is our fave artist? We have a lot of artists. They're all kind of my favorite.
Monet.
I'm sorry, who's Joppa?
I think there's one behind me, I just can't see it. Oh, it's clear now.
There he is.
Hey.
And Joppa joined the chat, so we have Savannah,
That is an
Joppa,
entrance,
and Ben
sir. Well done.
Right on cue.
What the hell's attacking me?
What's up?
Can't see.
Nothing. What's up with you?
Just thinking about what this initial little conversation was going to be like.
Well, I mean, you came in with 2 minutes to spare, so we've already covered, body pillows and
Oh, good.
Minus and Ronix hair. So we've hit all
Damn
the
it.
Hit all the
usuals.
important points, yeah.
I hate this dark
Hats.
shit.
Yeah. Hats, yes. How do you feel about hats?
Well, it depends on what kind of hat. Are we talking like ball caps? Are we talking
Great.
cowboy hats?
I really hate this darkness.
Talking
Do you wear
toboggans, bikinis?
Do you wear cowboy hats?
No. No, I
Dang,
don't.
that would have been good.
Proxy Sarah, there was a day when I once wore fedoras.
Well, the darkness
for
is
that day to
stupid. How
return,
we
but
deal with it is stupid.
we shall see.
What is a fedora? I'm blanking on what that looks like. I need to look that up.
It's like the 20s style mobster.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I certainly did.
Come on now.
I would need to see pictures of that, sir.
Yeah, that's one of those. It's gonna be hard for me to believe unless I see a picture.
Well, unfortunately, I can't go back to time when I was 14 and wore them, but are they coming back, Renarius? I'm in. I'm in if they are. All right, I'm
Were
gonna
they
duck out
ever in?
in the 20s? Not the 2020s, the 1920s. There you go. Bronson has a good one. I had one almost exactly like that too. Same color, same band. Crazy. Anyway, I'm going to duck out and let you guys get going. We'll start the recording once you're ready.
All right.
I
Hi,
guess
big
Ben's
badass.
not gonna be in the chat. Nope, he left. Just Joppa and Savannah.
All right, we should probably get this started. Yeah, I have to pronounce the Z's, otherwise I'm breaking my own rules. I know this game. I know how it works. All right. Let's get started. Welcome to Pantheon Rise of the Fallen Community Q&A. I am Jamie Savanya Henry, and we have with us Creative Director Chris Joppa Perkins to answer your questions. These questions were gathered ahead of time from the community on Discord and the official forums. And if we have a little bit of time at the end of this session, Joppa may take a few questions live. Ben will gather those. First, let's hear from Joppa about what the team has been working on and how things have been going. Maybe talk a little bit about the upcoming patch.
We'll be working on Season 3, the Land of Blood and Snow. I think most people are pretty aware of what we're referring to there, the place we're referring to. It's usually a place where a bunch of orcs tend to hang out. So we've been working really hard on that area, getting that ready, from the environment to the orcs, to itemization, the NPC abilities, placement of those things. Been making some really cool updates to the. Yeah, I'm glad some of you got the hangout part. Making some updates to the layout of that area. You can expect it, like Mad Run, but even more so, to be a little bit more fleshed out. A little bit of a larger area in general, with more places to discover, and really excited about that area. We've got some work still to do on dialing in our climate, because that is an extreme climate area. So the first time the frigid climate will be coming back into play. So super excited about getting one of those differentiators in place. This next patch coming up has a lot of work that we've done on cleaning up the stacking situation. It's a bit of a meme going around right now. People with 42,000, grip of shales on them and things like that. So gotten a ton of that cleaned up, and they just kind of made a lot of that logic better, just in general. We've done a little bit of. One big one is we ran into a little bit of an issue with our latest Unity upgrade, which is what prod is on right now. So the client that you guys are all playing, there's with more people testing, as is usually the case when you've got a lot of people playing and banging on something, you're going to see things that you don't always see, and a pretty significant leak, like a memory leak going on, or a graphical leak that was introduced in that version of Unity. So we've actually had to step back one, which was not something we wanted to do, but definitely something that we needed to do for stability's sake. So we're getting kind of the kinks of that worked out, as well as we're going into this next patch. But just for thoroughness sake, that's one of the things we were having to work on. And I'll wait till we get a little bit closer to that patch and kind of pour a lot into the patch notes. You guys can pour over it on your own time. But lots of stuff coming up with the new patch.
Lots of fixes that I very much appreciate. You guys will too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get started with some questions. Right out of the gate. For multi-group based content such as Aganoct, could we implement an Aganoct 1, Aganoct 2, Aganoct 3, etc.? Various degrees of difficulty that spawns in order so that players can test difficulty ramp on a greater scale instead of having to wait for patches and changes to get content where we want it to be.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So we're actually planning on doing something relatively similar to this once we get to that point. That point being specifically when we're focused on balance testing. It's not really where our focus is right now. It's not really where our resource time is being spent. So while we are gathering data, and absolutely gathering data, I've gotten quite a bit of it on Aganoct and just Mad Run in general. Once we get to the point where we're ready to really start digging into that, we're going to be introducing not only things like what is described in this question, but also just having a lot more focused testing sessions on more rapid iteration of these things once we get to that stage. So, yes.
Ooh, cool. All right, with Hangor coming in with season 3, just in case you guys missed the hints, will we get a look at acclimation?
Yes. Yeah, Hangor is a frigid climate. So you're going to get to experience some of the visuals of that climate, the audio of that kind of snowy, frigid area. There will be things that you need to itemize yourself with to negate and protect yourself from the negative effects of that climate. So yeah, that system is coming.
Is it the current intention to have a single starter zone or multiple? And if it's the latter, will this split occur based on each race groupings or groupings of a certain race? I mean, we've talked a little bit about this before, but I think that with some of the scoping that we've talked about, that maybe a refresh might be in order.
Yeah, so yes, there has been some rescoping in terms of like launch zones and things like that, but the current intention is still to have a single starter area for each race. So each race would have their own kind of unique area that is reflective of them to start in. Some of those will be a little closer than others to one another. The gnomes and the dwarves, for example, Skyhold is kind of parked really close to where Kadasa is, and so you'll probably see some sharing of the initial starting land between those two races. But yeah, still very much the intention for each race to have their own starting area.
Very cool. Is there going to be spell reagents required to cast some spells? And if so, are these planned to be collected off of mobs or purchased from a vendor?
Yes, 100%. Some of them are already in game, kind of as pointers. So bone fragments, it's called out here. Bone fragments do currently drop. Those are going to be important for necromancers. Summoners will have their own different regions that they'll need for summoning and strengthening their archimentals. Rogues will depend on regions for poisons. Rangers are going to depend on regions for their arrow coatings. And there's lots of other examples I could list. But yes, regions will be a thing. And it's going to be a combination of looting these things, buying them from NPCs, crafting them, finding them in loose loot or in containers, things like that.
Will we ever get a tooltip definition of the debuffs in game, like disorient, fatigue, weakened, etc., or will we have to sort of experiment and figure out what they do on our own?
So this question specifically referring to the state debuffs. I think that's the ones they listed: disoriented, fatigued, weakened. Those are states. So those are a little bit different. They don't functionally feel or look different right now, but they are, and they will certainly become more distinct from normal buffs and debuffs. So right now, and the plan for that system is you can put a target, or you yourself or another player can be put into these states. So weakened state, off balance, surprised, disoriented, dazed, things like that. And this state is able to be exploited or capitalized on by another player if you're both fighting the NPC, or NPCs can actually exploit a state on you or another player themselves. The key here, I guess, in this answer is we plan to clean those up so that they can be seen and understood more as these unique states of being that you can see in the UI, and you can. In other words, we don't want you to have to be on like a voice chat, using voice comms to coordinate when something is in a state or when you're in a state and you're trying to organize around that. We want to make it a lot easier to see and understand and respond to in game. But as far as like communicating that, the intention is that in your abilities, in the description of your abilities, you'll be able to see if that ability causes one of these states or if that ability can act or exploit one of these states. But it's ultimately going to be up to the players to kind of put together that overall understanding of their own arsenal, the arsenal that other players have, communicate those synergies, and then certainly learn how to respond to it when NPCs are using those things against them. There's not going to be a whole lot of hand-holding there in terms of charting how all that system, how all the interplays there.
Will the level cap be raised past 31 for season 3? And to be clear, that there isn't really a level cap. It's just really, really hard to get up there.
It's a hell level. It's our first hell level. Yeah.
Because there's no.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. Say exactly.
Most likely, yes. Most likely, it will be raised to 35. That may not be right at the beginning of season 3, but that's probably going to be what the next level cap jump is. There's a little bit of reworking that we need to do with the experience code to kind of remove the current hell level that exists, which was put in initially on purpose as a wall, as a veritable wall. So we're going to rejig a little bit of that. And no, there will not actually be hell levels. That is, hell levels are not part of the plan. That's just more of a tongue-in-cheek thing. But yeah, we'll be making that change sometime in season 3, most likely.
Are we going to make it a hard cap, or are we going to let them say actually?
It'll be a hard cap.
Past it? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It'll be whatever the caps end up being as we move along. They're intended to be hard caps to keep players kind of in the realm of the content that's available. Ultimately, until we get enough content to take you to max level, and then it'll be however you want to roll, however high you want to go.
That's good news for those guys who cannot help themselves. Yeah, they're still trying though, right? Okay. Would you be able to, or are you going to have mobs spawning and pathing all over walls and ceilings? Mad Run looks terrifyingly awesome right now, and that would push it over the edge. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it would be really cool. And technically it would be possible to do something like that, but it's something that we're really not likely to do because it adds a ton of complexity, a ton of like considerations for things like pulling and trains and issues with just mob pathing in general. Mob pathing, NPC pathing can be a really tricky thing to nail down in a very consistent way. And introducing all of that kind of stuff, while cool, would probably take us into a realm of over complexity that we really shouldn't be wrestling with. The only exception to that would be down the road potentially introducing NPC pathing for climbable surfaces, and that's something that we're still considering. I mean, at the end of the day, whether NPCs climb or NPCs are able to just kind of get to you somehow once you've finished climbing or knock you off the wall, things like that. We're still kind of playing with the give and takes, the trade-offs there as far as performance and just overall kind of jank that introduces, and going to be making a call on that as we move further along. But I can say with almost a full confidence that we're not going to have mobs pathing all over every wall and ceiling and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we got to get him just walking on the floor right first.
Now, that doesn't mean that there's not special kind of spawning events that we can have where spiders, can spawn and lower themselves down, and things can, fall from the ceiling and stuff like that. Those I would put in a different category than having actual nav mesh on the ceiling that mobs are interacting with, and yeah.
So spiders could fall from the ceiling. We just can't have them crawling all over the walls.
I mean, yeah, essentially.
At some point in the nearish future, or at least before launch, will VR stop using the 15-minute respawn for most mobs, especially named? People are taking advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, respawn timers are dialed in completely with like testing in mind, not how they will be, especially when it comes to like bosses and named NPCs and things like that. Yeah, so yes, that will eventually change and be dialed in to be more appropriate for a launch kind of a thing. But right now, it's 100% with testing in mind.
Yeah, you guys need surprises. Will only rangers have access to ranged weapons? If other classes will have access, will they be viable as main weapon with corresponding techniques?
That's a good question. Other classes will be able to use ranged weapons, and that will include general ranged weapon techniques. So not just the ranger. The differences are this. Number one, only rangers will have class abilities related to ranged weaponry, and only rangers will have class-specific techniques for ranged weapons. So if you imagine a warrior, for example, being able to use a bow, yes, they will. And there will be some generic techniques for the bow that the ranger or that the warrior can use, but there's not going to be any warrior-specific bow techniques that have like, in the same way that something, the difference between like heavy slash right now versus like essence harvester. Essence harvester is a dire lord specific weapon technique, which kind of gives it that special kind of class touch on that weapon. Non-rangers are not going to have ranged weapon techniques that are class specific, and neither will they have core class abilities that are centered around ranged weapons. But they will be able to wield bows. They will be able to use general weapon or ranged weapon techniques. And the cool thing about our ranged combat system is that if you have a bow equipped or you have a ranged weapon equipped, you actually can transition seamlessly between your ranged and your melee weaponry as you move around in combat. So if you back away from a target, you can always cancel auto attack, so you don't attack the target at range, but you will automatically transition to your bow and fire your bow as you move away from your target, and you'll automatically switch to your melee weapons as you move within melee range of your target, which kind of makes this exempt from at least the current constraint on weapon switching in combat, which is likely to change soon. But regardless, that natural switching of the weaponry between ranged and melee is just part of the basic ranged weapon system.
That is very cool. Love that. So there are halberds in the game that say that they can be used by a dire lord, but the dire lord does not have a polearm skill, so their accuracy with it makes it unusable. Will they have that skill in the future, or is it a mistake in the game now?
We'll call it a mistake. Polearms are going to be transitioning to two-handed piercing weapons exclusively. So a polearm is going to require two-handed piercing as a weapon skill, and pole axes, including the pole axe skill, is going to be being introduced soon as a two-handed slashing option, and pole axes will be usable by dire lords.
Any idea when clerics will be able to generate and use their celestial bond power? Currently, the bars there are useless.
The bar is there and it is useless, and no, I do not have an ETA on when the celestial power and the celestial bond mechanic will be coming in. It is still planned, but I don't have an ETA yet on when that's coming in.
All right, so when the new race comes in, because, eventually we're going to get a new race, right? Will we have to start over, or can we switch races on a current character?
Okay, well, first I want to remind everybody that there are going to be wipes. So don't ever assume that any character is permanent right now. No matter how high level it is, no matter how much you've invested in it, please, everyone, keep that in mind. There are going to be wipes. Now, we've said it many times, Our goal is to not wipe if we don't have to. Our goal might ideally, I would love for chapters to be wipeless. And the you all have the ability to take your characters, all through the chapter, through the various seasons. But that's the goal, and so we have to always remember that there could be things that are introduced or reasons that we need to wipe. So just keep that in mind. That being said, to the question, when new races become available, you will need to create a new character to play that race. There's not going to be an option to convert your human to an ogre, for example.
But the note there is that probably be a wipe before we see those, right?
Not necessarily.
Really? Oh, interesting. All right. So, what does the new version of Replenish do, and why did you change it?
Okay, so the new version, so Replenish is now a channeled ability. It restores health every second for up to 8 seconds while it's being channeled, and it's draining 2 mana per second as it's channeled. And then, in addition to that, Replenish is going to the healing effectiveness of Replenish is going to change based on the hot that you have active from your mantle line. So if you have Mantle of the Mist on a target and you use Replenish, you can use Replenish by itself without any Mantle on the target, but if it has Mantle on the target, the healing effectiveness is going to be improved based on what Mantle exists. So Mantle of the Mist is going to provide a little bit of a healing bonus, whereas Mantle of the Stream and Mantle of the River and onwards is going to have an even greater healing bonus to your Replenish. The reason for the change is largely because we were finding that Shaman were able to circumvent a lot of the intended pacing when it came to rest and mana management, because the total number of hots that they have and how effective they are were allowing them to sit and recover a lot more mana during combat while their hots did the work for them than we intended. It's not to say that there shouldn't be any of that happening, but it was more than we intended. And certainly when you compare it to like the cleric, for example, which is so heavily focused on that single target healing, and unless they're standing and casting, they're completely dependent on being in a casting mode, which really limits their ability to sit and kind of regenerate during combat. So this change is meant to make Replenish, number one, a bit more of a decision and not just like an automatic assumption, because it has to be channeled. And also, introduce some interplay there with their mantle lines. But it's also an attempt to balance some of that, the pacing of resource regeneration for the Shaman as well.
Okay. With the new lighting effects coming from the moon, which look great, by the way. Thank you, guys. I did them myself. Are there still plans to bring back dual moons? How difficult will it be to tweak the lighting effects from 2 moons to give off the same look we have today? Yes, it does. That was Bronson. Sorry, guys. Everyone knows that I don't do a whole lot around here.
So Terminus has always had twin moons back from the earliest days of the lore of the game and kind of what Terminus is. So Launa and Hauta, that's how I pronounce it. It's I'll spell it in chat here for anybody interested. Launa and Hauta. That's the name of the twin moons. So are they coming back? Yes. It's not an option. That's Terminus has 2 moons, and those 2 moons are built very deeply into the lore, the setting, kind of the world. So that's it was nice. It was good. Mike. I appreciate that one. as far as like when, don't have an answer as to when the twin moons are going to be back up in the sky. And I mean, ultimately, to answer the question, I would say no. I don't foresee any difficulties in tweaking the lighting once those are back in play. We have several options on how we handle 2 moons instead of 1, and we'll just tackle that when we get to it.
The lighting looks good though, right guys? Yay, Bronson! He doesn't just doodle. Can we get a status update on the new Goblin models? They looked nearly finished and animated when we saw them a few months ago.
Yeah, so I'm not exaggerating when I say that we are completely focused only on the things necessary for the upcoming season, without exception. And so as soon as there's another location featuring the goblins, then you'll see them come in, and they'll be updated in the other areas as well, as we're working on that. So that's just kind of how things roll around here right now. We have our set scope of work for the season that's coming up. We focus on getting those things done. If it's outside of that scope, then it waits its turn.
That's good project management. We're getting stuff done. Will the human female character models be updated for season 3?
No, not for season 3. They will be updated sometime in chapter 2, along with the introduction of the ogres.
Awesome. I think Bronson's he called them protuberances. I think he's having trouble with them.
What are protuberances?
You're going to have to get a dictionary, sir.
You said a word and you don't know what it means?
I know what it means. I'm not going to explain what protuberances are in a female. The swelly portions.
Wait, who said anything about a female? I didn't say anything about a female.
On the female
Okay, I'm gonna look this up.
On a female human model, Bronson called them protuberances.
Oh, okay. He's talking about the bunions on their feet.
Exactly.
Got it.
That is
Thanks.
exactly
I feel
it.
enlightened.
Yeah, you've learned something today. See?
I've learned 2 things. I've remembered what a fedora is, and I've learned that Ben used to sport one, and I've learned about the female foot growths that apparently plague our females.
Yeah, and we have to design around those. So, very important. Very important.
Indeed.
All right. Will cooking and alchemy get actual schematics like other professions, or are you going to leave it to experimentation?
Well, I mean, I'll leave some of that for Neff. I know that the goal and kind of the spirit behind both of those is that they would be highly explorative, highly based on the discovery aspect. That was kind of the vision for cooking, and I think alchemy kind of gained some of that along the way, but we want it to be very experimental. So whether we introduce any schematics into that or not, it doesn't change the fact that fundamentally those 2 professions are very centered on exploration and kind of that whole experimentation process.
Cody, no. That was so bad. You're going to have to leave. You're banned. Get out. Okay, with season 3 coming up next and being the final part of AVP, will we have the next zone coming in chapter 2, or will we be in AVP for a while that gets worked on?
So the next zone being worked on after AVP is Halnir Cave. And it's a massive zone. I mean, even as much as we showed of Halnir Cave in the past and streams and various things, there's still aspects of that zone that people haven't explored yet. So there's a good amount of art to be done there. There's a good amount of other things that we want to capitalize on to improve it even further. And so Halnir Cave will be dropping either in Chapter 3 or possibly in Chapter 2, Season 2. But Season 1 of Chapter 2 is going to actually be focusing on some new classes and the ogre.
That's the first time we heard that, guys. All the beans. All the beans. See, this is why you guys come to these things, right? All right,
why I
so
do.
where does... That's why you
We hear the
do?
beans. Go ahead.
Where does Black Rose Keep fall in terms of... All right. Yeah, we're not going to invite you back, sir. Where does Black Rose Keep fall in terms of
I didn't mean to interrupt
production?
you. What? I'm sorry.
What?
I'm
All right.
just trying to hear what you said.
Yeah. So where does Black Rose Keep fall in terms of production? Is it part of AVP or some other place?
Okay, Black Rose Keep is not part of AVP. Black Rose Keep is a standalone zone. It actually includes quite a bit of content in it and landmass area outside of the keep itself. So that is a distinct zone when that comes online.
Are you finished?
No.
How many seasons are we expecting for chapter 2?
At this current moment, I can safely say at least 2. At least 2 for chapter 2. Go ahead.
Is it my turn?
Hmm?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So first, this is a little shout out to our new TikTok. If you guys haven't looked, go find it, follow it. We have a new TikTok, and Fire is working on a series with Jabba to cover each of the tenants. This question came up today, actually, and I wanted to throw it in there, but because it's relevant. Content is king. What are some of the specific examples of different types of horizontal content and progression that we can expect to see in Pantheon? What's in the works and what's planned for the future? Joppa, go.
You checking that one?
I don't.
Did you say I don't? I won't? I don't know. I can take that one. I think
I'm
can
just,
take
yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
I wanted
Yeah.
to give you a chance to speak.
Thanks. I appreciate that. What are the okay? Well, we've talked about this quite a bit, and two of the main like pillars of that answer are crafting and gathering and perception. Both those two systems exist as like serious alternate paths in kind of that horizontal direction where you'll be able to go very deeply into both of those systems, irrespective of your, vertical movement. So both of those and everything that makes up, those two systems are a big part of what the horizontal progression aspects of Pantheon is. In addition to that, the traversal systems are a big part of it. That was initially kind of the vision behind those in general, whether it be climbing, whether it be the underwater content and just interaction with water in general, whether it be even some of the more advanced kind of later in the life of the character systems, like access to something like the gliding or things like that, certain items that allow you to do things a little bit more effectively, like jump height and jump distance and certain things. The traversal abilities that classes have, so things like length of rope, vine woven bridge, these types of things. All of that points to an emphasis on exploration, an emphasis on discovery through exploration. That is a really deep-seated kind of pillar of what Pantheon is striving to be. A game where you can, the goal would be a game where you can waste hours lost in just exploring over the next, hill or under the next bridge or behind the next tree or in, this cave or this dungeon or this city or castle or wherever it may be to, just see what you will find and then find things that are meaningful. Find things that actually matter, whether it's storylines or bits about the world, the lore, things that you're able to find and discover just by right of your own exploring. That's a big part of that horizontal offering as well. That Again, coming back to that main idea of Pantheon being, in essence, more of a world than a game, or at least our approach to it being so, then we're counting on things like that mattering to our players. That, finding more out about the world, more out about the game, other than just getting that next level, that we want to have plenty of content in there for that to happen as well. So that would be maybe a shorter form answer to that.
That was the short form?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. So
Could've been a
what's
lot
the
longer.
level?
Go ahead.
I have zero doubt. What's the level range for Hangor? And that's 2 Gs, right? Hangor has 2 Gs.
Yes, it does. Level range it's around level 25 to 32 in that range. There will be a few exceptions to that are actually a little bit higher level than 32, but that's kind of the core range.
Any new fractures in the frigid climate?
No. Not no. Not a no.
Is that the long form answer of no?
Right.
It's more like the mid form answer. No,
Excellent.
not a no.
Yeah, I do know.
Mhm.
All right. So currently group XP works to be around 6 to 10. Wow, they do math. 6 to 10 times faster than trying to solo. If you can't get a group due to time zone, you might as well log off. This is bad for encouraging people to keep playing. Will you look at adjusting the solo versus group XP mechanics based on some feedback?
Not right now. And the decision to go to that was for testing, and it was a decision based on the kind of behavior that we saw in earlier testing sessions, like much earlier testing sessions back in like PA1, PA2, PA3, kind of in that era where players ultimately are going to do the thing that they are more incentivized to do. And if players can level faster solo or level faster in smaller groups, then it limited dramatically how much full group activity that we had. So what we're finding right now is that we still see plenty of smaller groups forming and smaller groups doing things, but we actually have a much larger amount of full groups doing things, which is ultimately, where we're wanting to get the most data in terms of what players are able to accomplish and how easily, how difficult they're able to do that. Again, our focus right now isn't purely on balance, but it doesn't mean that we're not gleaning a lot of information along the way as testing is going on.
Okay. If the next chapter is going to focus on classes and races, as you just dropped, will we see the old zones get some polish from Team Bravo, or does the art team need to focus on creating Helnir and the Silent Plane stuff?
Yeah, you're going to see not a whole lot of old zone polish. That could change, but right now and for the foreseeable several drops of content, several seasons into the next chapter, we're going to be full steam ahead. So it does not mean that there is not obviously polish and Team Bravo work to be done, but right now a lot of Team Bravo is Team Alpha, right now too, that are pushing things forward. And as we are able to grow and as we're able to fill out more of a rank of like a Team Bravo and even a Team Charlie, then we'll see more and more of that. But right now the emphasis is on full steam ahead and pulling, resources to support that.
Yep, gotta get a game made, guys. Will we be working on placeable light sources, like sticking a torch to the cave wall?
Yeah, it's just not a priority kind of thing. So if you'll remember in the eval dungeon, that we did, there were torches that you could pull off of the wall. So you could go by and pick up a torch and kind of carry it around. It's the ability to do the reverse of that is something that we'd like to have down the line. We've talked about like the flare, the ranger, burning arrow that they can shoot into the ground as a light source. We've obviously got, equipment-based light sources when you find like a glowing sword, or like the ranger also has a reagent based weapon coating called bright fire sap, which they coat their weapon in bright fire sap, then it turns it into a light source. And there's different things like that. That's not necessarily a droppable light source, but like I said recently, our goal right now is to get the very simple light sources in a good place and a consistent place, and then we'll have the foundation we want to start adding some of the more nuanced lighting items and techniques and systems.
Will there be any modifiers on torches to dispel gloom?
No. Gloom is not. I think I mentioned this too, that the current fracture that is our gloom fracture is actually closer in look and feel to what the darkness fracture will be like. So there will be certain items that will cut through that and dispel some of that, at least in a radius around your character, which will cause that radius around you to look normal, or at least not normal, but at least brighter and things more visible. The gloom fracture itself visually will eventually shift to look much more like something like the Lost Woods in Breath of the Wild, where you have more of like a smoky, swirling fog mist type scenario, and there will be a slight area around your character where you'll be able to see a little bit more clearly, but then the mists will kind of choke everything from a distance, and that'll be more like what gloom is going to look like eventually, and then darkness will kind of take on the current form of gloom. And then the fun thing is not knowing where some of these fractures will pop up, because gloom is very focused on undead, and it's one of the few fractures that have a pretty consistent like anchor point in the world, like something that would cause it to exist, so you can kind of plan fairly certainly on where gloom will exist in the world, whereas the other fractures and most fractures are meant to be by nature very erratic and unpredictable. And so where you might stumble into and find a darkness fracture, you can't really plan for, and it's not always going to be in the same place either. And so I'm excited when we get those dynamic fractures in, and just kind of how that'll change kind of the feel of traversing around the world, because randomly you're running along, you've been through there 100 times, and then boom, all of a sudden it's like you've kind of transitioned into this area of pitch darkness and the kind of things that can spawn in there, and it's just very different. That'll be really cool.
That will be really cool. I love that. Will class race restrictions be in play as races are added?
Yes. Yep.
Yay. Could you talk about any significant changes that are upcoming for gathering and crafting in Season 3?
I can say I know there are some, but I'm not going to try to go into what they are. I know that's something that we'll hit on in the patch notes. We're going to do a really big drop of kind of the upcoming changes in the patch notes. So that would be the place to look.
Yeah, Neff is really good about like laying out that information. So if you guys want to know things, you can tag Neff and ask him. Can we hope to see our characters on the Avenger server be made into legacy characters so that we can take them beyond launch and keep them for future testing purposes?
Not at the moment, no. I'm not going to say that might not change, and we've actually had a few conversations internally about, some things that we could do with, some of these characters, or at least some of the time that you guys are investing in testing, and but we don't have anything solid just yet.
Do we have any updates on guild tools and chat filters in game?
No, unfortunately not. Not yet. It's really, really high on my want list. But we just haven't been able to justify poking it through to that top spot just yet. But it's really key, that especially the guild functionality, that we get that in. So stay tuned.
Okay, what's the word on having a set level functionality for improved testing efficiency?
Not likely. That doesn't mean that we won't get to a point where we won't have NPCs that you can talk to that will set your level and gear you out with current gear. I mean, we already have things like that working internally anyway. But giving players like an actual like set level command where they can choose what level, that's not likely to happen at any point.
Okay, so did you happen to see Too Tired to Care's Mad Run Challenge run?
No, I didn't. Can somebody please make sure I see that?
Yeah, because you're gonna have to. He did a lot of practicing first, but you'll have to look at the most recent one to see if that meets your requirements.
Just somebody send me a link. I will check it out.
Link, I'm too tired. All right, that's all the questions I got. You guys got anything else? I'm gonna drop something in here. Maybe you can let people know what these are.
I am interested in seeing if Too Tired can link me the video, and then also kind of break down how the equation that he put out earlier has changed based on tonight. If there's been any change in that equation, it'd be cool to see. Okay,
all right, I
cool.
just dropped some shots in there. Would you let them know what they're looking at?
I will in just a second. Hold on. Okay. All right, what do we got here? Oh, cool. All right, yeah. So the first image you see there is in the icy cave outlet of a cave that opens up right underneath the Usharuk's throne room. You can see the graded floor above. That is the Usharuk's throne room. So that's kind of the main boss of Hangor is the Usharuk. And right beneath her throne room, you can see down into this area where, for those of you that I won't spoil it, I guess, but there is something rather large that they keep down in there. And part of the updates to Hangor are going to be figuring out how to actually get down to that section. We opted to not have the floor opened in the Usharuk's room like we had historically because it just created a lot of issues with pathing and exploiting different things. So we've sectioned off the two areas. You'll be able to see down into it. And something I think is really cool is, you've got a group in the Usharuk's room doing that content, and then you may have a group down below doing the Wyvern, and you can kind of see both groups at the same time, which is really cool. I love stuff like that. But yeah, this is that room. The let's see. Oh, there's the Usharuk's throne room right above it. So that graded floor is right underneath the character there. And then we got the orcs. We got a fresh paint job done on the orcs, on the skin texture, and they're looking great. And got some animation work happening on them right now as we speak, in prep for Hangor to open up.
Man, that guy looks good.
Yeah. It's gonna be a cool area.
All right.
And you can imagine like this area being in the midst of this like frigid, frozen climate. So, the wind, the snow falling outside, like it's gonna be. I'm really excited about that. Really excited for us to get an area of the game in that feels like it's in this like completely different climate, and we've got the visuals and the audio all kind of working together to make that as immersive as we're wanting it to be. So it's going to be a really good step.
Can you confirm what classes are coming in the next update?
Yep.
That we're
It's going to be Summoner and Ranger.
And is it just going to be the ogre race?
The Oraha.
That was really fancy. I enjoyed that.
That was, well, you said it. That was really nice. The the Oraha. Oraha. Is that going to, what was the question? Sorry. What was the actual question?
Is that the only race that's going to be in the next?
Yes. The Ogre is the only new race that's being introduced, but there's going to be some updates to the human male and female models along with that, and some nice new updates to armor. It's going to be really good. It'll be really good.
Yeah. When gnome?
When gnome? Can't tell you. Can't tell you just yet. Because I
doesn't
do not
know. Yep. But I mean, if you get a couple new classes and a new race, that'll hold you for guys for just a little while, right?
Yeah. Yeah, getting that range combat system is going to be sweet.
Will that include range stuff for other classes?
Mm-hmm.
How big is Hangor compared to the Gobi Caves?
Oh gosh, it's it's bigger. It's definitely bigger because you have to factor in not the entire lead up to Hangor, but before you even get to Hangor itself, there's quite a few cave systems in and around kind of the area leading up to it, like right outside of it, that are orc populated with orcs. Then you've got Hangor itself with the arena. Kind of the main part of the village, if you will. You've got the Tusk area with the Primalists and the Seers hanging out there. You've got a very large cave system that's been expanded since last time that connects you from the proper area of the village around and through into the Usharuk's kind of war hut, and it's very large. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would say it's like 4 or 5 times larger.
Oh, dang. Any new loot on Aganoct? Plan? They want their loot.
Yeah, there'll be some new loot on Aganoct. Probably not in this next patch, this kind of intro season patch, but with season 3, yeah, there'll be some more itemization on her. We'll also have fixed the loot table for the other named spider in Mad Run that currently doesn't drop what it's supposed to drop. So there will be some new itemization in Mad Run with this next upcoming patch, but Aganoct will be more built out loot-wise by season 3, and she'll also be a little bit tougher.
I was gonna say, if we're putting new loot on her, she needs to be harder. I feel like she's getting killed way too much right now.
Yep, agreed.
When can we expect any perception updates?
That is a big one to stay tuned to. So that's going to be a focus in chapter 2, is getting that kind of wheel rolling again. And then you'll start to see, once that is kind of re-implemented in full, then you'll start to see a lot more consistent updates on that front as we move along from there. But stay tuned, be more on that in chapter 2.
It was mentioned earlier that Hangor is meant to be another high-level area, but what about the lead up to Hangor, which used to be 9 to 14? Is that the same? Is it changed?
No, that's going to be a lot higher level now. Yep.
All right.
The content gap is real, but one of the changes that we're going to be having soon as well is some changes to experience gain in general. I think I can't remember the last few places I've mentioned this, but I'm eager for it to feel much more EQ like, in that you are spending less time. You're not killing as many things as rapidly, and you're getting more experience per kill as a result. And then just generally increasing the speed of EXP a little bit in general, even beyond some of those changes, so that you won't be stuck at these levels as long as you are currently. So, Halnir Cave is the true emancipation from the current content gap, and I'm trying to hold out. I'm trying to be strong and hold out, for that, because I think we're going to be fine once that's in place. But hopefully some of these EQ or these what happened in my brain? These hopefully some of these experience changes will help kind of alleviate some of the pain right now people are feeling in that kind of mid-teens range.
Yeah, the bottleneck is been really hard on the players, I think. And also the fight for content in the early mid-20s. But with new content coming, that all is just going to be eased. Oh yeah, when are we going to see the death penalty back?
Yeah, we've talked about that internally a few times lately, and my stance is still that I don't feel like it's the right time yet. With, especially with Halnir Cave on the horizon, it's such a difficult dungeon. There's so many deaths and lots of really important pathing and things that we're going to need to work through in there to kind of solidify some of our cramped, dungeon pathing code and tech and all that. And so I still don't think it's quite the right time. I feel it along with everybody else. I mean, it's a great case study for why death penalties are so important, because of the nonchalant way people play. It just kind of takes a lot of that fire and that incentive out of it. So I feel that very much. I just think getting Halnir Cave in, getting that area kind of really dialed in will be a good cue for us to say, okay, I think we're at the point now where we're not seeing as much unintentional player deaths due to game mechanics and issues and bugs, and we've got a lot of the pathing stuff in play, and the game just feels a lot more watertight and a lot more predictable in terms of outcomes. Not to say that there's not plenty of ways to make mistakes and whatnot, but I think at that stage we'll be ready to take a closer look at getting the death penalty back in. That said, before the death penalty itself comes back in, we might bring leaving a corpse when you die, not because you've lost experience or your gear's on your corpse yet, but we might have like a temporary item that spawns on the corpse so that we can start testing some things like corpse pulling, like corpse retrieval, and some of that, how all that works out. So stay tuned on that front. We also did, Steve Clover just recently made a really important tweak that I think will make a lot of people happy, with changing the range at which you are given loot rights and experience if you're in a group from 50 meters to 300 meters. So there's now actually, you don't have to be right on top of everybody to actually get credit for something that dies. You can pullers rejoice and all that good stuff.
Hey, that's excellent. Bronson, I very much enjoy your way with words. You should have been a writer, sir. All right,
Are you talking about the butt clenching moments?
Yeah. I love that our community really wants their death penalty back. I love that. But also, yeah, Bronson, he has just the way he puts things, protuberances, butt clenching. He's a poet.
It's protuberances is similar to what's the word? Never mind. It's not coming to me. what's the word? It's going to drive me crazy. Crenellations. Crenellations. That's the word. Crenellations.
Very good. All right, one more question, and then we will wrap this up. Warriors, when will they get rounded out? Enchanter Charm? When? This is the last one, guys.
When? Yeah, I can't say when yet. I can't give you an answer to that yet. We don't have an answer for that yet. I know, again, the focus right now is on moving things forward as much as we can. We've got new classes about to come out. We've got the Summoner and the Ranger coming out soon. There absolutely needs to be time to circle back and fill out these classes as we continue to move along. That will happen, but right now it's just let's keep getting things that are not in the game yet in, and we're going to keep moving in that mindset for a little bit here until it's time.
Yeah, it's a good mindset. It's where are we going with the seasons and getting stuff done? I love it. I think it's been great. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you, Chris Perkins, for coming here and answering all these questions.
Yeah, loved it. Thank you, Jamie Henry. Thank you, everybody.
All right, guys, thank you for coming.
Thanks all. See you very soon.
Bunch of nothing, really.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the Ranger part because at one point they were saying that was going to be the last class introduced.
How can they? Warriors have been out since November. We still only have 10 skills, and I still have no plans. What the hell are they doing?
I think because most of the rest of their skills or a lot of the rest of their skills are going to be like banner related and stuff, and I think they just don't have that system in. Is what the holdup is.
At least give us masteries to fix our aggro issues. Same with Paladin.
Yeah, I was going to say, God, if you want to talk about aggro, you're pulling off of me. So
That's from the special attacks. I'm probably using too much.
nah, go ahead. Well, you're right level for this content. You're good.
If I do regular attacks, it doesn't pull well. Especially since one of them is Mocking Blow that generates aggro.
Yeah, I don't use that unless I'm tanking on the warrior. Why would you use that over pulverize? Or over, not pulverize, over forward flat?
I try to use cross slash more, but it's habit for me to hit both. I just haven't swapped it out.
Does cross slash act like a cleave? Like it hit everything?
Oh no, it's just a double strike on the target.
I mean, I have it too. I just never use it.
A few more kills and I'll be dropping for Voltaire. I'll hit 16 then. He said he's leaving soon too, but don't know how long.
Rats.
The mastery points I cannot spend. It's crazy. Let me tell the rest of the group. Oh shit, what the hell? I wasn't watching. Must have hit me with rip and tear. Alright, I'm gonna drop here and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I do. See.
Alright, so yeah, I'll go ahead and leave it here for the night. Be back tomorrow sometime after work, whenever that's gonna be. But we got 3.5 bubbles today, so a lot of AFKs during the grouping, but we got the level, so see what we can find and do tomorrow. We're getting close to where we can actually start doing some mad run entryways, so we'll be getting close to that soon. But go ahead and leave it here and let's see who we can raid. I've got Static Troop Live about to start, but Trex is already going. And he's in the channel, so let's do that. He's at the fort, and he's still in the Q&A too.
The one about the Terrys. Which if
Alright, so yeah, we'll go ahead and end it here. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. It's Raid Trexid.